Yami Sukehiro is by far one of the most badass characters and captains in the vast world of magic that is Black Clover. Yami is a foreigner to the Clover Kingdom from the Hino country, or the official English name being the Land of the Sun. The Land of the Sun is based around Japan. That's why we see Yami using a katana. Based on Yami's origin, his weapon, his swordplay, and his magic being so mysterious, it got me thinking, how strong is he actually? Today, we're going to find out. In this video, I'll be covering his combat prowess, battles, magic, and his overall potential. Oh, by the way, there will be manga spoilers here, so you have been warned. You need the manga to really give Yami his spotlight, trust me. So that being said, let's hop into it. Starting off, let's get into Yami's origin. Yami's birthplace, as I mentioned in the intro, is the Land of Sun, aka Japan. From the Land of the Sun, we see some key differences between Yami and the rest of the Magic Knight captains. One being he uses a katana, and two, he has the ability to sense ki. No other Magic Knights other than Yami and Asta have the ability to sense ki, which is ultimately natural energy or life energy. Every individual has a unique type of ki. Having the ability to sense ki can be used to predict movements and attacks. Yami has mastered this, and we have seen him use this skill countless times during fights. The fight we see Yami debut in was the first fight against Licht during episodes 34 through 35 for the anime and chapters 47 through 51 if you're a manga reader. Licht is firing off multiple light swords at him, but he's deflecting all of them like crazy. Yami mentions while sensing ki, he combines it with magic and muscle. He is able to see whatever his opponent is throwing at him based off of this unique natural energy. During the fight, he even taught Asta the concept of it, and throughout the series, it becomes a key skill that comes in major handy. Yami is able to combine that skill in conjunction with his dark magic, master swordsmanship, surprisingly high magic power, speed, and much more. According to the databook, he has a 5 in physical strength, 5 in magic amount, 4 in magic control, 4 in magic sensing, 4 in cleverness, and a 5 in limit surpassing. I will get specifically in the limit surpassing in a bit. As far as Yami's dark magic goes, he has an arsenal of techniques to use. One of the drawbacks of dark magic is that it has low speed and requires more time to cast spells, according to the fan wiki. Through a weapon though, the disadvantages can be evaded by channeling the magic through a weapon. Yami is one of those mages that has that advantage. Some techniques Yami uses, forgive me if I mispronounce, is the Dark Cloaked Avidya, Dark Cloaked Black Blade, Dark Cloaked Dimension Slash, Dark Cloaked Dimension Slash Equinox, and Black Moon. He has other techniques of course, but the 3 that stick out the most by far are Dark Cloaked Dimension Slash, Equinox, and Black Moon. Dark Cloaked Dimension Slash is by far one of Yami's most useful techniques. With this slash, he's able to cut through large clouds of mana, spatial magic, and even space itself. This is according to the fan wiki. The first time we see Yami use the Dark Cloak Dimension Slash technique is during the fight with Veto, a member of the Eye of the Midnight Sun's third eye. Asta and company had done all that they could to hold him off, but they weren't able to despite a hard fight. Yami comes in and pats all of the Black Bulls on the head. He mentions he was able to surpass his limits thanks to his members. With that said, he charges up, and this dark energy appears before him. Veto, being surrounded by a dark cloud of mana, gets sliced in half, as Yami uses the Dark Dimension Slash for the first time. The slash had cut through his cloud and space itself, and left Veto in half. Being able to cut through dimensions is deadly as heck. The second technique that correlates with the Dimension Slash is the Equinox technique. This is by far one of Yami's deadliest techniques. The first time we see Yami use this is when the Magic Knights and Elves are fighting against the devil Zagrid. Yami and Charla are swallowed by Zagrid's magic. Charla, aka elf-possessed Charlotte, is trying her best to keep her and Yami safe by healing them and by using her briar magic. Yami, however, comes up with an idea. He thinks about how he would settle this in one blow. Yami uses Mana Zone, which allows him to control all the mana in the area to increase spell power and range. Followed by the Equinox technique, cutting all the dimensional space around them, heading several floors up, eventually landing on Zagrid and cutting him in half. Essentially, with Mana Zone, he was able to use this attack with all the mana he had control over in the area. This was enough to reach Zagrid. This opportunity gave Asta and Yuno the opportunity to finish Zagrid off. Yami, Asta, and Yuno once again surpassed their limits. The last really dope technique I want to cover is for sure Black Moon. During his 6 months of training for fighting the Dark Triad, Yami learned some techniques, Black Moon being one of them. Black Moon is the combination of Monozone and Black Hole. Black Hole being able to suck up pretty much everything within a certain radius. With Black Moon, Monozone acts as the catalyst for taking control of the surrounding mana, and a black hole is created within a much further range. He uses this during the fight with Dante. Dante also mentions that magic of his within his territory is being erased. The fight with Dante is where we get to see Yami at his peak for right now. As I mentioned previously, Yami had been training for the past 6 months preparing for the Dark Triad. Asta unfortunately got beat up pretty bad, so Yami had to come to his rescue. We see Yami hold his own against Dante for a pretty good while, and he also learns he is the key to the underworld. Yami uses Monozone Condense, and he is able to get a really clean slash on him. He comments using Monozone with condensed mana will make it so his blade will never miss. Using this sort of combination attack really shows Yami has grown in these 6 months. After a while, Yami does get tired, but during the fight, he demonstrates heavy skill while also going against Dante using 80% of his power from Lucifero. From everyone who fought at that point against a member of the Dark Triad, Yami performed the best, and he trained on his own. He also once again uses a condensed Monozone and demonstrates a new technique called Death Thrust, literally thrusting right through Dante's chest. After getting hit, Dante makes the comment, "Impossible. There should be no human who can fight me when I'm at my best." Shortly though, he regenerates. Yami then keeps fighting Dante even while wounded, doing a decent job. Yami is a dude that doesn't back down, but he also knows when he needs help. With that said, he admits to this and calls out to Asta to give him a hand. Hearing that comment, Asta gets the encouragement from his captain to stand up and fight alongside his mentor. Asta, desperate to help Yami, makes a deal with his devil to give up his arm in order to reach a greater height in power. Asta has 50 seconds to make a difference. Yami then gets inspired to surpass his limits as well. Yami and Asta are working together, going at such intense speeds, constantly clashing with Dante with unbeatable precision and timing. Finally, with only 3 seconds remaining, Asta loses his demon sword and Yami tosses him his katana. With the katana in hand, Asta slashes Dante right in two. Watching that fight was incredible, and it's crazy how strong Yami had gotten in that period of time. Yami always seems to be able to surpass his limits in one way or another, with the lives of his teammates on the line. He cares about them more than anything, and as they get stronger, he will also get stronger. At the moment, Yami is unfortunately captured due to him being a key to open the underworld. So as of right now in the manga, Yami has reached his peak for now. We know for a fact though, with Asta in the gang, he will get rescued. Right now, I am writing this as of chapter 295 in the manga on June 14th, so this video is being written around a month before it goes live. I'm not sure if Yami will get rescued by then, but we will see. If he does though, and if for whatever reason he gets more power-ups, I will leave a pinned comment down below and we can talk about it. Well, that's gonna wrap up my analysis on how strong Yami is. I honestly feel that Yami still has a lot more potential, and he is easily one of the most powerful captains. How do I know this? Well, Charlotte got stronger and still struggled. This was before the 100% control that Megicula got on Vanica, by the way. Anyways though, leave your comments down below about Yami, and let's get a discussion going. With that said though, I'm gonna wrap up this video here. I'm Mystic Sage, and I will see you in the future for more awesome Black Clover content and anime content.